Title: The First Pharaohs of Egypt, Narmer's Unification. Welcome to True Tales Vault, where the real history of ancient Egypt comes alive. In this video, you will explore the story of the very first pharaohs who unified the land of Egypt and built the foundations of one of the greatest civilizations in human history. Around 3100 BCE, Egypt was divided into two regions, Upper Egypt in the south and Lower Egypt in the north. These two lands had separate rulers, different crowns, and distinct traditions. Over time, conflict and alliances between these territories led to one of the most decisive events in ancient African history, the unification of Egypt under a single king. The man credited with this unification was Narmer, also known as Menes in later historical sources. According to archaeological findings, including the famous Narmer palette, Narmer successfully united Upper and Lower Egypt and founded the First Dynasty. He combined the white crown of Upper Egypt and the red crown of Lower Egypt to show that he ruled over both lands. Under Narmer's authority, Egypt became one kingdom with one pharaoh. This marked the beginning of a powerful centralized government and a political system that lasted for more than 3,000 years. Narmer established his capital in the region of Phoenix and began organizing the country by appointing officials, managing trade along the Nile, and creating a consistent administrative system. The Narmer palette shows him wearing both crowns and defeating his enemies, which suggests that some of the unification was achieved through military strength. However, Narmer did not rely only on force. He also promoted religious unity by supporting common deities and establishing rituals that connected both regions. Temples were constructed to honor the gods, and the pharaoh was seen not only as a king but also as a divine representative of the gods on earth. This new political religious role gave the pharaoh great authority over the people. After Narmer's reign, the next ruler of the First Dynasty was Pharaoh. He continued to consolidate the central government and expand the administration that Narmer had begun. Pharaoh also established new temples and strengthened the religious traditions which emphasized the pharaoh's divine role. Under his leadership, Egypt's agricultural production increased because of better organization of irrigation systems on the Nile. He supervised the creation of new settlements and worked to protect Egypt's borders. Pharaoh is also believed to have founded new rituals for royal burials. Tombs at Abydos from his period include wooden coffins, offerings, symbolic artifacts, and animal sacrifices. These early burials show the beginning of more complex funerary customs that focused on preparing the king for the afterlife. During the reigns of Narmer and Pharaoh, Egypt began to develop many of the traditions that would define its identity for centuries. A writing system using hieroglyphs was refined to record economic activity, religious rituals, and historical events. Officials kept records on papyrus, which helped maintain control over resources and taxes. Trade with nearby regions began to grow, bringing goods such as gold, ivory, and cedar wood into Egypt. The people in villages and cities were organized into classes: farmers who worked the land, craftsmen who created pottery and tools, priests who served in temples, and nobles who assisted the king in administration. The reigns of the first two kings of Egypt created the foundation for the future greatness of ancient Egyptian civilization. The idea that the king represented both political power and divine authority became central to Egyptian life. The unification of the land allowed Egypt to become stable and successful, with strong agriculture, organized administration, and a clear religious identity. This new structure remained the core of Egyptian society for generations and made possible the great achievements that would come later, including pyramids and monumental architecture. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned to True Tales Vault as we continue to explore the reigns of later pharaohs and the rise of one of the world's most remarkable civilizations.